Welcome to Lunchtime Movie Critics, the brief weekly podcast that introduces listeners to some of our favorite fun, funky, and fantastic feature films. When diving into the oeuvre of John Cusack, two films often stand out not just for their shared leading man, but for their thematic and narrative similarities. Grosse Pointe Blank, 1997, and War, Inc., 2008. Both films blend dark comedy with action and a touch of romance, all the while making satirical jabs at society. But it's the deeper connections between the two, ranging from the existential crises of hitmen to critiques of corporate warfare, that make a comparative review so compelling. Let's explore the peculiar parallels and stark differences that define these two intriguing films. Directed by George Armitage, Grosse Pointe Blank is often celebrated for its unique blend of action, comedy, and existential inquiry. John Cusack stars as Martin Blank, a professional hitman experiencing a bout of existential dread as he approaches his 10-year high school reunion. The film masterfully combines sharp wit with bouts of sudden violence, encapsulating the absurdity of Martin's dual life as he navigates old flames and contract kills in his hometown. Plot and setting. Martin returns to his Michigan hometown, creating a stark contrast between his violent career and the suburban life he left behind. This juxtaposition fuels much of the film's dark humor and sets the stage for Martin's introspection. Cusack's portrayal of Martin is nuanced, mixing charm with moral ambiguity. The supporting cast, including Minnie Driver as his high school sweetheart, Debbie, adds depth and heart, grounding Martin's surreal journey. The film balances action-packed sequences with comedic beats and heartfelt moments, underscored by a nostalgic 80s soundtrack that enhances both the humor and the pathos. War, Inc. takes the dark comedy to a more overtly satirical arena. Set in the fictional desert country of Turkestan, now run by a former U.S. vice president's private corporation, the film is a thinly veiled critique of the Iraq War and corporate greed. Cusack plays Brand Hauser, a hitman under the guise of a corporate executive, tasked with maintaining the occupation's profits under the chaos of war. The outlandish setting of Turkestan, complete with a green zone and a war-torn landscape, serves as a biting satire of American imperialism and capitalist exploitation. Cusack's Hauser is a darker, more jaded version of Blank, grappling with his own conscience while navigating a corrupt world of war profiteers. The supporting roles, including Marissa Tomei as a journalist and Hilary Duff as a pop star, broaden the film's critique of pop culture and media complicity. More cynical and chaotic than Grosse Pointe Blank, War, Inc. uses its sharp humor and surreal situations to dissect the absurdity of war and corporate dominance. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Hey everyone, quick question. How's your beard looking these days? If it's feeling a little rough or looking a bit untamed, let me introduce you to Beard Bright. Their premium beard oils and balms are exactly what you need to take your beard game to the next level. Personally, I've been loving their Da Vinci's Orchard Beard Oil. With hints of pear, cedar wood, and sandalwood, it smells amazing and keeps my beard soft, hydrated, and itch-free all day. And if you're dealing with unruly flyaways or need some extra hold, their Beard Bright Beard Balm gives you just the right amount of control without any stiffness. Plus, everything is made with natural, high-quality ingredients. So if you're ready to upgrade your beard care, head over to beardbright.com and use the code PODCAST for 15% off your first order. That's beardbright.com. That's BeardBright.com. Beard Bright smart beard care for the modern man. And now, back to the show. The thematic thread of a hitman questioning his life choices provides a direct line from Grosse Pointe Blank to War, Inc. Both films use their protagonist's violent job as a metaphor for broader societal issues, existential malaise in Grosse Pointe Blank, and the moral vacuity of corporate warfare in War, Inc. Cusack's performances bring a similar charm and wit to both roles, serving as the moral center in increasingly immoral worlds, while Grosse Pointe Blank uses suburbia as the backdrop for personal redemption and dark comedy. War, Inc. situates itself in a global context, using satire to criticize real-world politics and corporate malfeasance. The humor in Grosse Pointe Blank is more introspective and subtle, rooted in character and scenario, whereas War, Inc. opts for broader, sometimes slapstick satire that targets large-scale hypocrisy. The directorial styles also differ significantly. Armitage's direction in Grosse Pointe Blank focuses on sharp dialogue and character-driven scenes, seamlessly integrating action without overshadowing the personal story. In contrast, War, Inc., directed by Joshua Seftel, is more heavy-handed, with a focus on overt satire and visual gags that underscore its critical perspective. Grosse Pointe Blank was largely well received for its originality and clever mix of genres, becoming a cult classic. War, Inc., while ambitious, received mixed reviews for its sometimes muddled message and heavy satire, which some critics felt lacked the subtlety and charm of Cusack's earlier film. In reviewing Grosse Pointe Blank and War, Inc., side by side, it's clear that John Cusack has a penchant for playing complex characters caught in the absurdity of their professional lives. Both films offer a unique take on the consequences of living a life at odds with one's morals. Yet, they also show how varied execution can lead to vastly different receptions and legacies. Grosse Pointe Blank remains a beloved reflection on personal growth and reconciliation, while War, Inc. serves as a bold, if flawed, examination of political and corporate ethics. These films, taken together, underscore John Cusack's range as an actor and the potency of combining humor with serious themes, proving that even in the darkest of settings, comedy can illuminate truth in ways that drama alone cannot.